Good afternoon and welcome to the Tudor Cottage Diaries. What I'm going to do is just give you a quick tour of the house as it is in 2023 and just talk you through some of the renovations that have happened since 1985. The cottage was built in 1553, so it's over 600 years old and was built in the reign of King Henry VIII. So it is a Tudor cottage. It is a A-frame timber cottage with lime mortar infill that used to be wattle and daub mud, and some of the walls still have got the original mud in them. But anyway, I will take you on a quick tour, show you around, and if you like and you subscribe, then I can bring more content to you. Many thanks and welcome. Good afternoon and welcome to the Tudor Cottage Diaries, and I thought I'd do you a brief tour around the ground floor of this house and also show you the witch's shoe that was found in the fireplace. So it's actually a children's shoe that was put there to ward off evil spirits. It's currently in the niche there, and there's a couple of spell jars there, all of which were found at the cottage. We have a wood burner here. It's huge. It kicks out some really good heat, which is brilliant. Can't use it now because we're now in summer, so the chimney needs sweeping, and then it gets swept again in the autumn. But it is a fantastic fireplace. You can get in it. I'm going to get in it and just show you up the chimney, and you can see all the medieval brickwork. Smells incredible up here. That would have been where they would have put the spit on there, and the same the other side. You can see some of the nails and thing, but absolutely incredible. And then there's some chimney repairs there. So great fireplace. So I'm stood at the front door, and you can see the original beam running through the centre of the room, and then the replacements. So this cottage was in terrible state in the 1980s, derelict, tumbled down, and had to have a massive lottery grant to rescue it. Here we can see the dividing wall between the living room and the dining room. So it's surprisingly large, the cottage, and you can see the beams here again. This is an original beam that has got its original, excuse the cobwebs, original beam behind it, but this could no longer take the weight of the first floor. So a new beam has been put in with some humongous ironwork. So like I said, the renovations were paid for in part by a lottery grant. So thank you to everyone that buys a lottery ticket for that. And you can see this side again, another one of these huge iron braces, which is holding up the first floor. The other thing that I should point out here is the original mud brick, which is here, hidden at the top here. And there are fingerprints in there. I think they're hidden behind this picture frame, but that is incredible to see and to have. Quite a lot of worm damage, but the actual beams themselves have been tested and treated, and they're okay. Going through, you find some really random things. We found a medieval hammered coin in the garden, a vulcanite stopper in the garden. We have an old dog or fox's skull, someone's teeth, a deer skull, a jawbone, and another deer skull. A bit macabre for some people, I would say. In these beams as well, you find bottles. I don't know if you can see that one. I'm not going to touch it because we tend not to touch them because we don't know what's in them. And with all the folklore in this area, it's probably advisable not to. Looking through here, you can see where original beams would have been tied in with a peg. We've got the original pegs in a lot of these. These are new beams, so quite a lot of this side of the cottage was really damaged. And then we've got the old beams going to the lean-to greenhouse. The greenhouse itself is over 100 years old, and my husband has renovated that. The front door is solid oak with metal bracing made at the forge. We have the original front door to the cottage, which was built in 1553, and that's currently in the garage. It's in there because it's dry. It's not weatherproof anymore. It's got splits in it and cracks in it, but we have to keep it as part of the listing status. Most of the doors, if not all the doors other than our bedroom door, are replacements downstairs because they were badly damaged. Coming through into our breakfast room, a lot of the beams have survived this other than the roof structure. So the reason why these are here is because this used to be open, and then up in the very top of the cottage was the hayloft. So this would have been open a lot higher than what it is at the moment, but it's still easy for me to walk through. One of my favourite beams, which is going into the kitchen, but I'll just turn around and just show you the breakfast room. This is a lovely room to have breakfast in. I was just chatting to someone on a live chat about the fact that all the windows in the cottage are replacement. Some are oak, some are not. This is an oak one that's been painted blue, and it is double glazed, which, if you look, will give you a bit of a shock about how thin our walls are. So people imagine that thatched Tudor cottages have got very, very thick walls. We don't. They are quite shallow walls. Back of the fireplace, which would have had an opening in it. This is like years ago, this was sealed shut, but this kitchen, it's got the original beams, so you can see they're all wormy. And like I said, the back of the fireplace, and if I just turn around without making you too sick, it's ample for a family of 3. Loads and loads of storage in here. Stanley oil-filed range, which is an amazing to cook with, and we have got solid granite worktops here, butler sink, lots of shelves, and then we have a larder. The larder holds everything really. A butcher's block, sort of island unit thingy, and then down to the utility room on the slate floor. So this is really handy because we keep our white goods in here, even though one of the white goods is red. Some shelving, and we've got the original walk-through. As you can see, the lintels are replacement here, but you can see the beams, and then looking through the gorgeous slate floor. You can see the shoe here now. It's absolutely tiny. I would say this is probably a 4 or 5 year old shoe. Girl or boy, I don't know. It's in bad condition really, but considering it's been in the fireplace, I'm trying not to touch it. I've just wiped my hand. So you can see all the little buttons there. We've got the buttons, and then we've got the sole of the shoe there. It's very endearing. I will return it back to the fireplace. So popping it back in the fireplace.